be the last game of the series. Furia looking to take it home with an aggressive comp.
Really aggressive comp coming through here. The Bel'Veth, once again, I need to see Fluxo control those Rift Heralds early, right? That's what's going to set up the play here for them. And controlling those objectives, get the Dragon stacking through, and just a better macro play all around. IU freaky that he's able to get into this bush unnoticed with this champion directly
they're
onto JoJo,
already
man.
onto it,
Look at the
X-Men.
damage.
JoJo down to half, but IU is now gonna take a lot of punishment on the way out. The lethal tempo is in for Brand's flashes forward. This is gonna be a free first blood.
No.
What is happening here? Fluxo, that is exactly what they need to start this third game off, man.
Oh, that's incredible, man. Just like that, the mental is healed. Everything's going back for him and gets that free first blood off the top end. And hopefully they're able to get back in that game one position that they were in, taking down the plates, taking the turret down really early. Houses summoned the Razorbacks. Don't know what happened there. But I guess just to make sure that they're there for him. I don't know. How's the clever Yone trick that I don't understand. But the Yone Ari matchup, something I also don't understand. We'll see how this pans out a little bit here, the ranged matchup.
Maybe this is really Fluxo just going back to comfort, trying to play to what works well for them, not necessarily what is ideal for the meta. Because if you are down 0-2 in an elimination game in the playoffs, you just gotta find something that works for you, even if it is just quote-unquote comfort. If that works, hey, all power to you. If you can get back into this series, that is what counts, and they can work off of that. And so far, this game's starting off really, really well for Fluxo, especially if you're considering that Furia is pathing topside with Good on the Jarvan, and Disarm is in a perfect position, now that his bot lane is back, to just immediately strike and gank.
I am considering it here. Lithium, we'll see where Desamis ends up. I don't believe he's been tracked through this initial push, through this initial clear. The reset going to come through from Trigo, and IU is doing his IU things, walking up the river to the middle of the lane. Oh, House is in danger now.
Desamis is around as well, though, so this could unfold into be a interesting 2v2 happening in just a second, and Desamis is gonna walk right into his arms. The knockup lands, but IU still only level 2, can't make that much work, and House putting on the pressure on the mid lane, just shoving it out. JoJo joining in as well. And there's the plant. IU getting a lot of information out of that, but then again, he just saw the Sedrani already anyway.
So the move for IU, not worry about XP. Just, it's fine if he's level 3 at like 6 minutes.
Yep.
The move is just to try and find a pick for somebody for Envy. Get that charm down, an easy charm for him and an easy kill. The first blood is no longer available here, Lithy. So a very different situation from game 2. Is the Bel'Veth going to have that same level of success? I would have to say no, but not a lot of data. Not a lot of data to work with, Lithy.
I mean, these first 2 games have been a bit flip-floppity at certain points anyway, so you never quite know how things are going to develop from here on out, right? Especially now that Good is around, he is level 4 already, and that is a powerful Jarvan that can walk into the river undetected. They have no idea he's here.
No idea he's here. Goot gonna maintain that level of stealth here.
Yep.
He's gonna start at the Krugs in a little bit. Dragon spawning in just a few seconds now, but Jasamis in the top lane, looking for a lane gank and a startup Krugs. So no real angle on the Dragon here, but check out the vision on the red side.
Yeah.
They have like 5 wards set up around the area, so there's no way Furia are gonna start that out without them knowing.
And FMB just spotted Desamis, and this is massive information. This means that Furia can play without any constraints around the bot lane, really, as Good walks into river, shows himself on the pink, and he's just gonna walk over to Dragon, towards mid lane, just make sure Envy is safe.
Yeah, just gonna walk right up there real quick. Envy will be safe. Desamis walks down into him, and taking the reset now here in the mid lane, so things go evenly in the middle lane. Through the 5-minute mark here. Keep in mind, Envy typically normally has a solo kill at 15 minutes of the game. We have 10 minutes on that mark.
Yeah, the solo kills have been a little bit rare, rare and far in between during this series. You can really tell, like, these guys are taking this slow and serious, right? And especially Game 3 is starting out a lot slower than Game 2 did, especially considering how aggressive Furia was drafting here. Fluxo putting in all the necessary respect.
Furia showing up for the objective once again. Fluxo just fail to show up, and it is going to mean a free dragon over the way of the Furia, and I can't stand it, man. I know the team's better than this. You know what I mean? Like Fluxo coming off of the 7-game win streak or something like that, and just totally massive play.
The problem really is a little bit of the communication here, right? FMB timing his back perfectly to just walk up to the dragon, still has his TP available. Tay on the other side just TP's top lane. Not really communicating this dragon play at all in advance. In the meantime, Envy putting on pressure in the mid lane, getting advantage. And in the bot lane, the fight is still on. Ooh. And Jojo is burning. The auto attacks are in. And Trigo with the megaphone. They turn around though. Browns outplays him for the 1-for-1. Are you going back in? The dash in though gets the takedown. It's a 2-for-1 for Furia.
I can't believe you went back in for that play. The Belveth goes crazy. Wait, in the mid lane!
We are not done yet. Envy trying to flash and dash around a little bit because House is still dangerous. Optive Deception connects. And the flash in from the Samus. Ayu with the follow-up, the knockback. The knock-up secures the CC. And Ayu picks it up. Furia with 4 quick kills.
No, there's no way with the Belveth. He has 2 kills across Summoner's Rift. That's incredible. Takes he's gonna be able to reset. He gets so much gold in his hands for no reason, man. I can't believe he dove Brunsey for the kill there. That's wild. Come on.
You jinxed it, man. You just said the Belveth is out after that first blood. You just jinxed it.
Oh man, that's so cool. What? It's tons of tank stats. Come back in later, tier 2 boots, with the armor boots there as well. So basically unkillable at this point. Very, very strong down bot side there as well. And that's what Furia needed to get back in the game, man. They needed those picks off for sure, and they'll get them. Almost everybody on Fluxo has a death now.
But you gotta hold up a candle here for Brands, right? Because he has 2 kills on this Caitlyn, is 7 CS ahead, doing a great job so far in this bot lane. And all in all, this is far from over. Envy sidesteps both the knock-up and the Glacier Prison. In goes Good, House taken down, and this is just dominance from the jungle mid lane 2v2 from Furia. What a performance. Envy picks up that last kill and sets his sights on the turret platings.
I'm speechless, man. It fell apart for Fluxo so easily there in this game, and really in this series as well. Just seems like a totally different game here. Oh, Ayu.
Oh, we are not done. Oh my god, it's so disgusting how much damage Trigo already does on this Xayah. Jojo just taken down.
Look at Ayu on the play here. The positioning goes crazy. He's gonna
Jojo walks right into him.
Dash back. Knock up, dash back forward. Yeah, and it's over just like that. All he has to do is a couple dashes and a knock up, and just gets the kill down so easily for his teammate.
And then look at Trigo, man. Oh my god, this flash was disgusting. Still, Brands doing a fantastic job to outplay him there, and there was the little bit of exchange we saw before that last play. But man, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, this whole series has just been wild. We're going to have to talk about Furia for like a finals contender after this series. They've been so incredibly dominant. I mean, Trigo looks huge, right?
Trigo is absolutely massive. 10 minutes Gale Force already? This man is popping off like crazy, especially having a aggressive support like IUS is at his side is just playing into his hands so much. And Oh, they don't even get the drop on him here.
No, they really don't. How's an Envy going out in mid lane? Envy, let's get the angle.
Yep.
Ooh, no charm connects there, but yeah, I mean, Trigo's looking like Titan level right now. Could potentially take it to Titan there further on in the tournament here if indeed they do win this game, and that'll be something we'll have to look out for. And as the wrestlers roster is so strong, Envy made our All Pro team, incredible player there, but. Yeah, I think the weakest link was the bottom lane for this team, and it's what's carrying them right now. That's what's so scary for us is that level of play from Trigo.
Indeed. And we're not just talking about individual class here that we see from Furia, right? We also got to talk about the just team level shot calling, the macro movements, the early game in general, incredibly tight objective focus, nailing down heralds and dragons in no time. Once again, we're hitting a second dragon at 11 minutes 36. And with that, we're looking at a dragon soul by minute 22, basically, once again for Furia. And that is insane.
Yeah, no, it's blazing fast. Incredibly fast for sure. Another plating going to go down there for Envy. Oh, big Rumble ultimate. Nice. He's going to sidestep that one. He'll be just fine. FB kind of neutralizing up top side here once again. Just a huge boon for his team that enemy teams have to ban his champions there in the first rotation. But man, the guy doesn't get to have any fun ever. You don't get the Trendemir, you don't get the Olaf. None of it's working out for him there, but he is still one of the best top laners in the league. It's certainly the best domestic top laner, in my opinion. Far ranging above Guigo, who I guess everybody puts in the All Pro teams over over FNB, which is crazy to me. But
well, it's really a big question towards what he contributes to the team fights as well, right? And so far, FMB
certainly
really making the split push, the individual class on the side lane work for himself and his team so far, and hasn't really been challenged, I want to say, on the level of being a frontline initiator for his team, so to say. But all in all, we just need to talk about Furia and what their run through this playoffs might look like, right? Because if we're considering how insane Trigo is looking this series, how good Envy has been playing, and FMB with a solid performance is looking for another dunk. Doesn't quite get the drop onto Jojo, but still flashes over the wall. Cataclysm coming in at the knockout, but there is Brands together with Disamis to trade this back quickly, and that's a shutdown on the Jarvan. Not necessarily the most ideal call here from Furia.
Yeah, that's definitely a revenge play. He's mad that Jojo had taken a piece out of him. So yeah, he's going to go over the wall and go kill the Lux. And you know what? He's not going to be set that far back behind for doing it. So he'll be just fine. But yeah, really big revenge plays coming through there. It is the pink hair buff. I think it's the pink hair buff that has to be making the difference. Because Story didn't have pink hair last week, right? So hey, that's what's doing it for me.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, nice charm from Envy. Looking for a little bit of a follow-up with the Foxfires. But it is just gonna continuously pressure down this turret. Let's get back to the kind of to the playoffs run, right? If we're just comparing how these individual players have been performing, do you see these guys stand a chance against the likes of Loud and Red and Los Grandes first and foremost?
I think it's a little split for me. So whoever wins this series continues in their lower bracket run, right, and faces whoever loses some of the upcoming series for you here. So it's Pain versus Red and Loud versus Los Grunges coming up. I feel like Furia could take games off of Loud, could potentially take games off of Pain. I don't know if they could be Los Grunges and Red. Los Grunges and Red are huge, man. Those teams are incredible. Titan, obviously huge in my mind for me as well there.
Lava in the mid lane for Los Grandes, an absolutely massive pickup throughout the season.
And I mean, like, just huge for them there. Netsuno in there as well. So yeah, difficult matchups to be sure, but yeah, I think Furia is absolutely a contender moving forward in the playoffs here. Fluxo, if they reverse sweep somehow, I don't know, man. It doesn't look super good right now, so I'm not very hopeful for that for them here. Rift Herald going to go down here for the second one. IU is here, so we'll be able to get the form off of it.
Yep. Important pickup to kind of bolster your split push or your push in general for Furia. This is going to help break down these tier 1 turrets and accelerate the game a little bit more, get a little bit more of that standing gold into Furia's pockets. They're already 5,000 gold ahead at 16-minute X-Men. And that is a massive, massive statement.
It certainly is a hallmark statement to be sure. Here, dragging up in 20 seconds. Furia going to be able to take that one down here as they look to close around the bottom side of the map. And looking at another Hextech Dragon Soul here coming through. Exciting stuff for them. It was huge for them in Game 2, right? In Game 3, it's arguably going to be even bigger here with this Xayah pickup coming through. They're going to control that third dragon. You talked about the 22-minute Dragon Soul. You just start working on this dragon for going to get to that mark.
And they're making it work, right? Swapping FMB down to the bot lane. No pressure coming through the top at the moment from Tay. Kind of indecisive about his roams, not quite sure where to be, and really not a contestable objective at the moment for Fluxo. And they're not really in a position either to strike back on the side lanes or the mid lane, take down any of these tier 1 turrets. And with that Herald picked up earlier, this tier 1 is going to be gone, and be picking up that additional gold. And you can see Fluxo already collapsing in on the bot lane, trying to defend this tier 2.
I think this might be the first time we're seeing IU with the passive come through with the little minion things. They're not really doing too much. I don't think that's a big reason why you pick up the champion. I think it is just the dashes and the knockup. But
yeah.
seeing it be able to still do it, it's still extra, right? Seeing it kind of function that way is interesting, but if and be able to clear up this wave. I'm wondering if there is any point where IU would feel so far ahead that he would go for some damage. It seems like he's still just tanking up despite having the big lead.
Ooh, FMB in a little bit of a tricky situation. Nice equalizer going down, flash forward, and immediately the TP from Envy comes in to support his top laner. And now it's Fluxo on the run. This tier 1 is not gonna defend you against the incredible might of this 5-man squad just rolling in. Turret is gone, and Furia just celebrate more gold in their own pockets.
IU still has form too, eh? So the pushing power is really spooky from them as well here. And they're going to lose that topside turret. Not going to look good for them. IU, he wants Brunsey. He doesn't quite know where he is, though. Oh, he's going to walk past the ward, actually. And, come on. Go for the fight. Go for the fight.
Get him. That's the knock up. IU is in. This guy has a lot of armor and no shred on Brancy. But still, the TP comes in as a reply, and it's only Trigo and Groot in the mid lane trying to make this work. Envy joins the fray. The Sejuani already down to half the charm. Lands onto House. They're going in deep fate steal. Going hard onto Good, but the turnaround is already through. In the meantime, in the river, it is all roasted. K'Sante for lunch for FMB. And Furia wipe the table with Fluxo.
That's just, that's got to be the end of the game right there. Maybe not now, but at some point, holy cow, the gold lead is so massive for Furia now. And, it just doesn't seem winnable whatsoever. Take a look at this replay. Brunsey gets caught out. He'll eventually be okay as there's no damage follow-up for IU. But the teleport's here. IU knows he has to get out. The fight begins on the opposite side there as they try to track down Trigo, but there's just nothing to be done, right? House is here. Does no damage. Massive cataclysm there from Good. Really well done.
You can also see the combo, the game plan unfolding for Furia, right? layer the Cataclysm with the Equalizer from Rumble, just roll the team fights through massive ult advantage. You don't even need that at the moment because Fluxo is just dropping dead.
Yeah, the health bars are super weak right now for Fluxo. Unfortunately, they're so far behind. At this point, there is no resisting the damage. Try to defend their topside turret. This could be the dive.
Yeah.
Goot has the Cataclysm back up here.
And it's once again all in the hands of Brands here, right? Because he's the only one with a solid standing in this game. He's 20 CS up. He has 3 kills on this Caitlyn. 2.5 items is almost completing that second item. He's working up to the Infinity Edge. But the problem is just how can he make these fights work? How can he stay in? And a 21-minute Baron from Furia goes completely uncontested, is just like that picked up by Furia. And this does not bode well for the next few minutes.
No, not at all. Fluxo have to set up around this dragon as it is the Dragon's Soul for Furia. So they're going to try and push out these waves, set up a vision line, and try and hold it. Unfortunately, Furia, they don't need this dragon. They can just push out the waves and try to push into the enemy base. So Fluxo are going to be in a position where they're trying to defend their base and look for the dragon here in 15 seconds. We'll see how that goes for them here. Teleport's going to come through. This could be the fight.
Oh my god, look at the damage on Tay. Glacier Prison goes in, and that is FMB caught out. Still, the Rumble has some good damage. The Equalizer goes down, but he is traded out. Trigo still in a little bit of a spicy position. Goes in for the forward flash with the Daggerfall. Doesn't quite connect the damage. And now it is a Fluxo turning the fight on its head and cleaning house. Furia just got completely overwhelmed with that flank onto FMB. And without Trigo, there is no hope to win this.
Liffy was going to take a miracle for Fluxo to win this team fight, and the miracle came in the form of Trigo flashing into their back line, and they were able to take down the AD carry there off of that play as well. Getting the pick early on to FMB reduced a lot of that sustained damage there as well. Is there an opportunity for a steal? Goot tries. Oh, it's close, though.
I think he got knocked up in the dash, but Ayu is in a perfect position to turn this one around. Here comes FMB with the TP. Equalizer is once again up and ready. Tay burned down. Brands is gonna die immediately, and suddenly Furia is all back on board. Envy finally gets taken down. A kill for House. Much needed gold. But still, there is the Rumble looking for another knockout. Trigo coming in from the side is gonna find and claim Jojo. No escape for the Lux. It's a lights out and an inhibitor in sight.
All Fluxo buy for themselves in the end is a little bit of time, but that Baron empowered buff is still up, and Furia push for the inhib. You have to be careful here for Fluxo not to give up the Nexus.
Gotta be careful. Tay looking for a fight still. Ayu building the front line for Trigo at the moment. Nice knock up here onto Trigo. And Desamis is into the back line. The Glacier Prison already used. Nice Daggerfall for the root. And here comes the Equalizer. This is the turnaround Furia was waiting for. And that is not something Fluxo can deal with. The TP from House into his death. His fate has been sealed. And with that, I think this is exactly what you mentioned. You gotta watch out not to be pushed to completion as Furia is eyeing up this middle inhibitor.
Yeah, the mid lane inhibitor is certain to go down here. They're trying to push in that top lane wave as well. Jasamis on the flanking angle. I don't think this does anything for Fluxo.
No ult.
Yeah, he's got no ult and no real hope of making anything happen here. They're going to take the mid lane inhibitor, push up in the top lane, take those turrets down as well, and then take the reset to spend some of this gold they've gotten. Really hammer home their victory here, Liffy.
Almost 10,000 gold ahead. The only thing that has not gone their way was the last dragon fight. Everything else has been smooth as butter here for Furia in Game 3. And what a rush throughout the series. Game 1 looked pretty good for Fluxo. They put on an incredible fight, especially thanks to Bronze and Jojo on the bot lane. Game 2, utter dominance, and Furia is just continuing that form in this third game. But it's not all over yet. As mentioned, Bronze still is incredibly powerful on this Caitlyn, and House just working himself up further and further with every passing fight.
Oh man, difficult to watch here. It's such high hopes for Fluxo going into the start of this split, but this is their first split in the CBLOL, and I think that sixth is just a fine finish for them, right? Not bad at all, I would go ahead and say. I would certainly be happy with this result. I get this is going to be a little hard for Brunsey to take, having gone to Worlds last split, but I think he did just fine on this roster, and I think this roster certainly has a lot of room to grow as well in Split 2 here.
Oh no, Tay, a step too far forward, gets charmed up. Here comes Good, secures the kill for Envy. Still, Bronzy is looking for some good damage, has the game force forward, doesn't quite find Envy, and now the turnaround is on. Desamis doesn't even get the ult off, just gets exploded. House on the sideline, doesn't really want to go in on this one, and you can see how dangerous Furia is.
Yeah, so incredibly dangerous at this point in the game. Lot of players on this roster, I guess, just waiting for their chance to shine. Goot famously subbing in on rosters halfway through splits the last couple of years of CBLOL. And IU, of course, new to the CBLOL here this split as well, having incredible levels of success, not just in this series, but in the entirety of the games he has played so far in the league. An incredible support player.
He just works so well with Envy and Trigo. The aggression he brings to the table, the early roams, the early impact he is making work for his laners. It's just such an incredible piece of the puzzle that is Furia at the moment.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing more of IU play, certainly more of the Bel'Veth. And we continue to look for the limit of the Bel'Veth pick. It has to be somewhere, right? This can't be the best support in the game. I refuse to believe it, but the charm comes out, going to connect to Samus. Here's the fight.
Yep. Glacial Prison goes wide. Brancy can free hit in the bot lane though, and down goes FMB. The Rumble already taken off the table. This might be another one of those miracle fight. Fluxos is looking for Tay, goes all out over the wall, but Trigo is right there, so he needs to back out. So far, this fight really not coming to a conclusion, but Fluxo is on the hunt. They have the numbers advantage. They just need to find a pick onto Furia. You can't go overboard though, because the gold advantage still is very much a thing. Good on a flanking position, has the Cataclysm, in goes Envy, Charm goes wide, House from the down low, flanking through the river, and here comes Brancy with all the damage, but Envy diving deep over the wall, taking down Desamis, and following it up, another Charm, and Trigo has found House. It's all over for Fluxo, as they are cleaning house, they take a fall! Trigo with the place once again. He stands up, raises his fist as the Black Panthers pounce once again to clean up the fight, clean up this game, and advance in the lower bracket of the CBLOL playoffs.
This is so exciting to see. I've been a huge on FMB, big FMB fan for so long now. Seeing him get this success is exactly what you want to see, man. Good domestic talent that's been in the league for years, finally getting a leg up on the competition here. They will continue down their lower bracket run with the pink hair, Liffy. Love to see it here, and unfortunately, it's looking to summer split for Fluxo. That's a tough way to lose, but very dominant performance.